of coach's philosophy on evaluating young quarterbacks. I might anoint them far earlier than Coach will, but I won't write them off
last year
as early as some. Like, if you're going to take multiple years to be able to say this guy's actually great, then I think it's only fair to give a guy more than one down year before we say, screw it, he's out of here. What he did his rookie season is meaningless. Now, he has regressed enormously. I think he's regressed on the field and off the field. I think he has shown no emotional maturity development, which you would like for just, forget a quarterback, just a person as they get into their mid-20s, as they become a true grown-up in this world. And on the field, he looks like an undersized, spread offense, confused quarterback. Get the snap, immediately run to your right, and see what the hell's going on. It unfortunately looks a little Johnny Manziel-ish, but I saw how incredibly accurate and what a great arm he had at Oklahoma. I saw what he did last year when they had a real adult as the head coach of that football team, and I still believe in the talent. So no, I can't write him off. There is no...
Wasn't Freddie Kitchens the interim coach
No. Greg Robinson was.
Okay.
Greg Williams, pardon me. Greg Robinson's the former...
I don't know if I would say Greg Williams is a real adult, but okay.
I mean, I think he's done a great job with coordinating with the Jets, and I think that he obviously has the scar of Bounty Gate on him, but he knows what he's doing. And so I still believe Baker can get back to what made him great and get back on that trajectory. But there is no denying this year, by any metric, he's been a bottom 5 quarterback in the league. So he's got a lot of work to do just to get back to where he was. But I'm not ready to write. I won't write him off after one awful season.
Is a real adult. But
I talk about this a lot, and it's really a hard thing to convey in sports. We consistently stress with players how to deal with adversity. But we're not great at conveying to players how to deal with success. And a lot of people have a really difficult time understanding how to navigate through a really successful period of their life, and that can cause huge problems. And I think this is part of what happened. He had a lot of success early, which comes with a lot of pressure, which comes with a lot of opportunities, which comes with a lot of distractions, and then you bring in guys like Odell, and that adds to the pressure. It doesn't take away from the pressure. And there's this sense that you've got to go be someone that you aren't necessarily. You got to go do things differently than what you did before. And there's some truth to that in the sense that you got to consistently improve.
On that trajectory, but
you don't have to take chances
this year, by any metric, he's been a bottom 5 quarterback in the league
to justify the success you had early. And I think that's what he's going through is he's experiencing that success. He has handled it very well. He's stuck to this. I'm going to be me. I'm going to take on the world. That's my personality. Consistently stress with players how to deal with adversity.
At every step.
That's where I would disagree with you, Coach, in terms of him being somebody. This is who Baker is. Like, look, I also think we're getting away from. There's a reason he wasn't #1 on 31 other team boards, right? That Sam Darnold was. Everybody else thought Baker Mayfield because Baker was closer to his ceiling, and part of it is he played for a mastermind of a head coach when he was at Oklahoma. Kyler Murray's the real deal in terms of a spread quarterback who can run, who can set his feet, can make all the throws. Baker doesn't have as good an arm, not as good an athlete, and he's made up for his lack of tangibles with intangibles. But that stuff only goes so far in this league. Then you factor in they're poorly coached. They got a bunch of guys that obviously don't want to be there now. They're not a team. And all of that stuff that used to work when things were going well now isn't working. All the rah-rah defending your players not working. So I actually don't think he's being anybody that he hasn't. This is who he was at Texas Tech. This is who he was at Oklahoma. This is who he's been with the Cleveland Browns.
Well, look, Kyler Murray's numbers aren't anywhere near as good as Baker's numbers were as a rookie, and Baker has shown the ability to do it. And to say that now, a year later, he suddenly can't do it, I don't agree with that. I think there's a lot of things that he does really well. I don't completely agree with the narrative that it's all coaching. I do think when you add players that have strong personalities with a young quarterback, that adds a totally different type of pressure that he didn't have the previous season. And then you add the expectations of what the team's supposed to do
as good an athlete.
That adds a different type of pressure. He has the success he had. That adds a different type of pressure in.
But that stuff only goes so far in this
have
league.
that bravado. You can say, I'm going to take on the world. That's great. The most important thing you need to do is you need to understand what your strengths and weaknesses are and work at those weaknesses. Otherwise, you are going to get killed.
Nick, I think your point is a strong one. All that stuff is true. I think the head coach plays into this a lot. Not in, let me give you the right teams and plays, but in, hey, I've got my own issues. I need some semblance of a grown-up to point me in the right direction. So when I do go awry at a press conference or I don't handle it right, there's someone to say, no, this is the way to do it. They brought John Dorsey hired a player-friendly coach, and what they probably needed, I thought all along, was a strong voice in there, a strong guy who's been in the league for a long time, like a Mike McCarthy or maybe a Ron Rivera or someone, to say this is how you win and this is how you lose. And I think that speaks to what you're saying, is these guys don't know what to do. A guy like Baker Mayfield doesn't know how to deal with all the success that came his way. Freddie Kitchens isn't helping him at all.
Well, go ahead. Well, that's the strength of head coach. A lot of that is determined too by the type of authority he has, by the type of support that he has. So if you're the head coach and you want to make a decision on finding a player or whatever disciplinary action, and then they go to the GM, and the GM says, no, we're not going to do that, then everybody knows exactly how it works. And it can go up to ownership too. Like authority and discipline and organizational sort of structure has layers to it.
So that is an overlooked point for the Cleveland Browns this year. The narrative was they hired Freddie Kitchens because he was Baker's guy, and that's partially true. I think you can make a very strong case. The other reason John Dorsey picked Freddie Kitchens is because once he does that, that is his organization, hands down. If you bring in a stronger or more seasoned or experienced or successful head coach, that head coach is the biggest voice in the organization other than the owner.
Right?
And it can push you out. Just like it pushed you out in Kansas City.
It's exactly what that's the point I was leading to, and it's a great one, Coach. That is what happened in Kansas City. John Dorsey has a great head coach in Andy Reid. Guess what Andy Reid says?
And you want to make a decision on
I don't really need you. Like, I can do this. We can have someone else that is more my partner, doesn't think they're my boss. And even though John Dorsey did a really good job in Kansas City, he had to go find employment elsewhere because you had one of the strongest personalities in the league as your head coach. All of that, this though does circle back, Doug, to Baker has to get back to what made him great. But one of the issues for him is, and it's what I was saying with you, Coach, when your whole life you have been proving people wrong, when people have doubted you, and at the end of the day, it's who's been right on his organization. Oh, I shouldn't walk on here. Well, watch if you bring in, I shouldn't leave here and walk on in a bigger seasoned, well, watch me. You think I might not be a first round pick? Watch me be the number one in the organization. Then watch me set the rookie touchdown record. He's never had the comeuppance of
in Kansas City.
The doubters were right, and I think how he responds to that will be the defining moment of this young portion of his career.
I think the whole thing is fascinating. It's
really
fascinating. Okay,
like
Dorsey,
I can do this.
Dorsey's love affair with players based upon talent, not upon character. I mean, look, we brought him from Kansas City with running back.